All right, everybody, this video is completely and totally about what I taught your kids last night. I'm going to do my best to give you the elevator pitch version. That way you know that, hey, your student did do something while they were here. They did learn something, or at least something was presented for them to learn. So hopefully you guys can kind of come in behind me. If there was any questions, any confusion, anything like that, y'all can come in as parents and help your child to really just walk out what we talked about on Wednesday night. So yesterday, because today's Thursday, so yesterday we spoke on Acts chapter 27. So Acts chapter 27 is Paul. He is a prisoner on his way to Rome to stand trial for the crime of preaching the gospel. And really the main point of last night was that there are some things in our life that we're just not going to have control over. So what we see in the start of Acts chapter 27 is that Paul is a prisoner. It's one of the very first things that is mentioned. And the reason he's a prisoner is because he chose to follow Jesus. So Jesus shows up to him. He says, yes, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to do what you have purposed in front of me to do. And that leads him to being a prisoner. Now what we see is Paul is no longer in control of what's going to happen in his life. So Julius, the guy that arrests Paul, he now has complete and total control over where Paul's going, what his destiny is going to look like. And we use the analogy of painting a picture. So whenever Paul is making those decisions, he is in charge of the paint. And now Julius is in charge of the paint, and he is messing up Paul's picture. So as Julius is sailing Paul to Rome, if you continue to read through Acts 27, one of the things that you see over and over again is that the wind and the waves continue to knock this ship off course. So Paul's not in control. Julius takes control. Julius is no longer in control, and they're now all at the whim of the wind and the waves. Ultimately, what you see at the end of this is that they end up shipwrecked on an island where Paul actually gets to preach the gospel, present Jesus and God to a whole island that has assumedly never been found before and definitely hadn't heard the gospel message about Jesus. The tie to our own lives is that, hey, we get to make some decisions, but there are wind and waves and Julius's that are going to show up. And there's been so many times in my life where I wanted to go this way and I wanted my picture to look like this. And then something comes and binds me. And now I have no choice but to go in a completely different direction. The wind and the waves show up and push me somewhere completely off course. But what we see in Acts 27 is that God is in the wind and the waves, and he is purposing each and every single one of us and really just has his hands on our direction, on our plans, and on our purposes. So hold strong, keep the faith, and keep moving. Even if your life doesn't look the way you think it should or the way that you wanted it to look, go back to God and seek him out on why he took you into the direction you went. Sometimes it's our own actions, sometimes it's somebody else's actions, and sometimes it's God. Now, for the best part of Homeship, here is the follow-up challenge for you. Parents, share a story with your student about a time that, your actions led you somewhere you didn't want to go, or a time where Julius shows up and you're taken prisoner and you have to go a direction you didn't want to go, or a time where the wind or the waves just threw your whole ship completely off course. After you share that story with them, I challenged your student before they left here on Wednesday that every time they look in the mirror this week, they're going to ask one simple question, and that is, what is my reference? Who are we trying to be? Who are we trying to act like? And who are we trying to model our lives after? And as you, as a parent, and you as a student, come together and say, hey, this is my reference and this is my reference, y'all can hold each other accountable and really just help push each other one step closer to that reference. So you guys, man, good luck with this. Let me know how it goes. When y'all see me on Sunday, let me know how the conversation went, how the challenge is going for you, and next Wednesday you'll have a new one.